Hello everyone, welcome to how to solve this very nice system. The square root of x plus 1 plus the square root of y plus 1 equal to 4 and x plus 1 whole squared plus y plus 1 whole squared equal to 82. Our job is to find all possible values of x and y. So let's start. To simplify the solution, we suppose that let a is equal to square root of x plus 1, and we suppose that b is equal to the square root of y plus 1. If we take power 4 on both sides, this implies that a to the power 4 is equal to x plus 1 whole squared, and if we take power 4 on both sides, this implies that b to the power 4 is equal to y plus 1 whole squared. So this first equation will become a plus b is equal to 4, and this second equation will become a to the power 4 plus b to the power 4 equal to 82. Let's call this equation equation number 1 and this equation equation 2. Now we square both sides of this equation 1, so this will become a plus b whole squared equal to 4 squared. Expand this a plus b whole squared, this will become a squared plus b squared plus 2 times a times b equal to 4 squared is 16. Move this 2ab to the right hand side, this will become a squared plus b squared equal to 16 minus 2ab, and from here we take square of both sides again. Expand this left hand side, this will become a to the power 4 plus b to the power 4 plus 2 times a squared b squared equal to, expand this right hand side, this will become 256 minus 2 16 times 32 32 times 2 64 times a b plus 4 a squared b squared. Now in this equation we replace this a to the power 4 plus b to the power 4 with this 82 from equation 2. This is equal to 82. So the equation will become 82 plus 2 times a squared b squared equal to 256 minus 64 a times b plus 4 a squared b squared. Now we subtract 82 and we subtract 2a squared b squared from both sides. From right hand side we subtracted 2a squared b squared. So this cancelled out and this cancelled out. The equation will become 2a squared b squared minus 64 times ab, and 256 minus 82 will become plus 174 equal to 0. And if we divide the whole equation by 2, then this will become a squared b squared minus 32 times a b plus 87 equal to 0. We can rewrite this equation as a times b whole squared minus 32 times a b plus 87 equal to 0. Now we suppose that let a times b equal to u. So the equation will become u squared minus 32 times u plus 87 equal to 0. And this quadratic equation is factorable. We write this u squared. Break this negative 32u into two terms, negative 3 times u minus 29 times u plus 87 equal to 0. From these two terms we can factor out u, in bracket left u minus 3, and from these two terms we can factor out negative 29, in bracket left u minus 3 equal to 0, and this u minus 3 is common. U minus 3 as common factor, in bracket left u minus 29 equal to 0. Either this expression u minus 3 equal to 0 or this expression u minus 29 equal to 0. From this equation u will be equal to 3, and from this equation u will be equal to 29. Since AB is equal to u, since A times B is equal to u, so A times B will be equal to 3, and A times B will be equal to 29. Now we recall equation number 1. Equation 1 is a plus b equal to 4. Equation 1 is a plus b equal to 4. Equation 1 is a plus b equal to 4. It means that we have two systems. This is second and this is first. First we solve this system. From this equation move this a to the right hand side, then this implies that b is equal to 4 minus a, and replace this b with this 4 minus a. This will become a times 4 minus a equal to 3. A times 4 is 4a, and a times negative a squared equal to 3. Move these two terms to the right hand side. This will become a squared minus 4 times a plus 3 equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation and is factorable. We write this a squared. Break this negative 4a into two terms, negative a minus 3a plus 3 equal to 0. From these two terms a as common factor, in bracket left a minus 1. From these two terms negative 3 as common factor, in bracket left a minus 1 equal to 0, and a minus 1 as common factor, in bracket left a minus 3 equal to 0. Either this expression a minus 1 equal to 0 or this expression a minus 3 equal to 0. From this equation a will be equal to 1, and from this equation a will be equal to 3. To find the values of b, we use this equation. B is equal to 4 minus a. Since b is equal to 4 minus a, so when a is 1, then b will be equal to 4 minus 1, 3. And when a is 3, then b will be equal to 4 minus 3, 1. So from this case we get two pairs for a comma b. The first pair is 1 comma 3, and the second is 3 comma 1. We solve the second case. In the second case, we have this system. From this equation, if we move this a to the right hand side, this implies that b is equal to 4 minus a. So replace this b with this 4 minus a. This will become a times 4 minus a equal to 29. A times 4, 4a, and a times negative a squared equal to 29. Move these two terms to the right hand side. This will become a squared minus 4 times a plus 29 equal to 0. Now this quadratic equation is not factorable. We solve it by completing the square method. We write this a squared and break this negative 4a as negative 2 times a times 2. It means to complete the square we add here 4 and we subtract 4 plus this 29 equal to 0. This a squared minus 2 times a times 2 plus 4 will become a minus 2 whole squared, and this negative 4 plus 29 will become plus 25 equal to 0. Move this 25 to the right hand side. This will become a minus 2 whole squared equal to negative 25. If we take a square root of both sides, this implies that a minus 2 is equal to plus minus root negative 25, and this will become a is equal to 2 plus minus 5i. So we get the third pair for a comma b. A is 2 plus minus 5 times I, comma b is 2 minus plus 5 times I. Now to find the values of x and y, recall that we have supposed that a is equal to root x plus 1 and b is equal to root y plus 1. We have supposed that a is equal to root x plus 1 and b is equal to root y plus 1. For this pair, when a is 1 and b is 3, then x plus 1 will be equal to 1 squared, and this implies that x is equal to 0. And since b is 3, so 5 plus 1 will be equal to 3 squared, and y will be equal to 8. So for this first pair, when a is 1 and b is 3, x will be 0 and y will be 8. For the second pair, x will be 8 and y will be 0. For the second pair, x will be 8 and y will be 0. Now we find for this third pair x and y. For the third pair, when a is 2 plus minus 5i, then x plus 1 will be equal to 2 plus minus 5i whole squared, and b is 2 minus plus 5i, so y plus 1 will be equal to 2 minus plus 5i whole squared. Expand this 2 plus minus 5i whole squared. This will become 4 plus minus 20 times I plus 25i squared. Since I squared is equal to negative 1, so this will become 4 plus minus 20 times I minus 25. and this will become negative 21 plus minus 20I. At left hand side we have x plus 1. Move this 1 to the right hand side. This will become x is equal to negative 22 plus minus 20 times I. Since this is a conjugate of this expression, so y will be equal to negative 22 minus plus 20I. So for the third case we have x negative 22 plus minus 20I and y is negative 22 minus plus 20I. So the final set of solutions of x comma y is equal to, the first pair is 0 comma 8 and the second is 8 comma 0 and the third is negative 22 plus minus 20 times I comma negative 22 minus plus 20 times I. This is the final answer of this problem.